Hi, Fullness Guide here. Today, I'd like to speak about what it means to be mindful. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the act of being aware of your self-habits, mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically. All of these add up to what it means to start to be aware of what it's like to be mindful. Being able to see yourself as you act, even in your past actions, this helps you greatly through life. Being mindful of yourself promotes so much self-growth within oneself. It can happen in weeks to a year, depending on how willing you are to be mindful of yourself. But to be mindful, first you need to be ready to open yourself up, ready to let go of your fears. Mindfulness starts in the beginning of our first chakra chapter, where we speak about fears and how they cause the mind to be so flustered that the opportunity to be mindful is never truly presented in a way that is seen as accessible. We've become afraid to be mindful of ourselves. And I'm here to help clear it up with you. I'm here to talk about it. Sometimes in the day, I may feel restless. I may feel tired. I may feel like I don't want to do anything because I feel like if I do something, the outcome would not be suitable to me. So in that situation, how do we practice mindfulness? First, I'd ask myself, why do I feel like this is how I should base my solution? This is truly how I feel? Or is there context behind why I assume an outcome? Why do I feel that I need to see the future in order to make an action in my present? What am I not being mindful of? What am I not seeing? In this moment, you're actively making yourself aware. Your subconscious is gonna begin to question itself. And actively, you're already making growth happen. As this begins, it could start somewhere as simple as 3 questions in your day. Eventually, you'll see it becomes a habit, and it becomes so intense. It feels like a superpower. Because being mindful is not an opportunity given to anyone because of how hard it has become for people to overcome their fears. Being mindful stems from first being able to see yourself. Not to love yourself as yet, but to see yourself. Some people are not willing to love themselves because they don't even know themselves. So first, let us practice the act of being mindful of ourselves. Let's be mindful of who we are, what we are to ourselves, and what I would say about perception when it comes to people. There is a fine line through which you judge yourself based upon other people's perception. Other people's perception can be taken, as you would be familiar with, a grain of salt. Because in every soul, there is ego and there is conscious being who would be honest with you. Unfortunately, not every person is going to be able to control that ego. So in the midst of that, you also need to be mindful of when people's ego influence their thoughts, influence what it is they're actually feeling. Because truth be told, you can interpret misguided actions from others, and it may actually influence you into the wrong crowd, into the wrong actions, something that you didn't even want to be in. So be mindful when it comes first to yourself. First, be mindful of yourself. And when you can start to be mindful of yourself, eventually you will naturally go into being mindful of others. Your perception will begin to arise, and your fears will begin to low. It will begin to go so low. You'll feel weightless, because that is what it means to be mindful. And added on attribute to being mindful is natural confidence. And we speak upon this in the first chakra. I hope you guys practice being mindful. I hope you guys can learn from this. I hope you guys know I'm being mindful of you. Be mindful of yourselves out there. Have a good one.